evening to my channel. It's Adam Southend gone back with you. This is the first in a few 3 AM challenges. I'm already kind of how can I say it? But yeah, this is my first one and I'm on my own, so I'm a bit apprehensive about this, as you can imagine. I've come back to Priory Park to see if I can get anything else. Now, I've been over here once before, so you just need to go back to my old videos and check my last one out. I was a little bit disappointed I didn't get more than I expected to, given this place's history, which I do go over briefly in the previous video. So yeah, if you go back and check that one out, that'll give you some idea of what goes on here, or what has allegedly gone on here. Yeah, so yeah, this is a 3 o'clock challenge. Bit of a new one to start because it's only up the road from where I live. So I thought I'd start off with this one. I've got a few others coming up, fingers crossed, providing the draconian government doesn't give us any more curfew measures, shall we say. So yeah, I'm going to just crack on, get myself set up, and I'll be straight back with you. So yeah, we're going to go through the usual procedures, which is I go to my EMF meter, use my dowsing rods, and then we go to the spirit box. I'll try and keep it short and sweet, even though we're at the time of morning where we are. This is open ground, so I've still got no idea what could be wandering around here. I'm not talking about the spirit wise, you know, I'm talking more those that are still living. So yeah, I'm going to try and keep this pretty brief and we'll see what happens. So yeah, I'm just going to have a quick scan. This is actually a big ground. I'm only picking the building for the historical significance. What I'll probably do is come up during the day and get some photos of this place. You can get a better idea of what this place looks like. I'm only just around one section of Priory House, and so there's been a few reports inside and outside, certainly as a child. I can't remember if I pointed it out on the previous video, but I certainly remember as a child feeling 1 or 2 cold spots inside the building. However, whether I can do anything inside the building is another matter. I haven't started my internal investigations yet, and with all this COVID rubbish, I suspect with public buildings such as this, whether I can get the go-ahead for that kind of thing, who can tell? But that's something I'll try and press on with at another point. So this time, obviously we're outside still. You can tell by my breath. I'm currently recording this. This is what, the 10th of September. So it gives you an idea when I'm recording this. The one good thing is the insects have buggered off, because you remember I was getting pestered by them last time. They've kind of cleared off now, so I shouldn't be getting bothered by them at least. So yeah, anyway, so I'm just going to go at the first bit and we'll see what happens. So right back with you. I've got my little REM pod out. You've seen that from my previous episodes. It's gone off at a few places, so I know that works. And so it wasn't the most expensive gadget available, but it seems to worked in the places that I've used it. So tonight, yeah, it was back out again. That's just down there, so if it goes off, obviously you'll hear it. I'm going to go to the K2 meter first, so I'm going to switch this on. There we go. So I'm going to ask the question: if you are a spirit or an entity, particularly that of a monk, if you are here, you can tell me, you can light my meter up and tell me you're here. If you are a spirit or an entity, in particular a monk, you can tell me you're here. You can light this meter up and show me. Or you can come and stand next to me and that will tell me you're here as well. So, there's still insects flying around, just not as many. Okay. It's quiet as anything here, which is quite eerie. I can hear the odd noise, but we've got a lot of what's the word? There's a lot of shrubbery around here, so there's going to be a few creatures crawling around. It's hard to tell whether there's anything that's that or it's elsewhere. So yeah, I'm going to ask again. Anything that's here can give me a sign. Saying comes down next to me and tell me you're here by lighting this meter up. Can you do that? Can you tell me you're here? I do not mean you any harm or disrespect. All I'm doing is trying to communicate with you, that's all. So can you do that? Can you tell me you're here? Anything here at all? Come and tell me. Come and stand next to me. Light my meter up. Give me a sign. It is really dark here, I've got to say that. Also, I didn't charge the batteries up in my lights, and I didn't notice one was going as I switched on. So I'm going to try and keep this brief tonight. If not just for that, but also for editing time as well, because I'll probably go over that in the vlog, how I go about doing my video edits. What you get for well, particularly the slightly longer ones, but although you only watch, let's say, a half-hour episode, sometimes 40, I think one or two have been like 50-minute. They're only that long, but it takes so long to go through an edit when I'm listening to the voices and trying to pick words out, and they're not always clear. I do think I might have said something in a previous video about that, but it does take me a long time. So I'm going to try and keep that side of it brief tonight. Let's see if I can pick anything up on the gadget. So I'm just going to ask one more time. If you are here and you want to tell me you're here, come stand next to me. Come and light my meter up. Give me a sign. That's all I'm asking. I wonder if I should go and stand next to that statue in the middle there, whether that's a focal point, which is what I had of over Ben Fleet. Okay, right, yeah, I think that's what I might do, so bear with me 1 minute. I'm just going to stand over by that cross, which is over here. So I'm going to just keep that in sight. Well, at least you know that works. Oh dear. Okay, so we're going to give this one more try on the meter. If there's anything here at all, just standing next to this cross, you can come let me know. You can come set my meter off. Come stand here. You can tell me you're here. I really didn't mean any harm at all. Noises, but as I said, there's a lot of shrubbery and stuff here, so there will be creatures running around. With the furry type, not anything else. Right, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to go up my dowsing rods. So I'll just keep my ears open in case I hear anything. Right, so, count the dowsing rods. Let's get settled. So, any spirits or entities that are here, I'm only here to do some hearts to come and talk to you. Do not mean you any harm. In disrespect at all, just want to know that you're here. So you can tell me that you are here by crossing these dowsing rods. Any spirits or entities can tell me you're here. You can cross these. If you're a spirit or an entity and you want to tell me you're here, cross my dowsing rods to tell me. If you're the spirit of a monk, any spirits of monks that are here. If you're a spirit of a monk, you want to tell me you're here, you can cross my dowsing rods. You can cross my dowsing rods to say yes, you are here. Any spirits at all, I'm not going to harm you in any way, shape or form. All we want to do is talk to you, that's all. Okay, so you're kind of going the other way. If you don't want to communicate like this, leave them where they are. If you do want to communicate, cross them. Okay, that's interesting. Well, I'm not here to harm you at all. Okay. Just going the other way. What's that? Okay. I'm just going to ask one more question. Just going to ask one more question. If you are a male entity, you can tell me that by crossing these dowsing rods. It's alright if you're wondering what that flashing is, it's one of my lights, so I don't need to charge these up. I just thought there was more charge than what there was, that's all. Right, again, if you're a spirit, if you're a male spirit, you can tell me that by crossing these rods. Male spirit. Okay. So again, not really getting any movement. One more question. If you are female, if you are a female spirit, you can tell me that by crossing these rods. You can tell me you're female by crossing my dowsing rods. If you're a female. I need to go the other one. I can kind of feel that. So is it the case we've got a male who's not sure about talking to us? I think there might have something male here, but I'm not sure about talking. That's all. Okay. Right, well, I'm going to go to my spirit box. Not really getting much over these either. This is, thank you. This is a little bit. I'm just going to turn this around here. I might be blocking that slightly. Right. This is a little bit disappointing because, as I say, there's been so many reports of, you know, spirits. Well, a monk mainly was supposed to be here, and I'm not really feeling much. I'm not getting anything on here. You know, so I'm not really feeling anything. I do get one or two. I'm not what I've called sensitive, but I'm not really feeling anything. Normally I'll get some sort of sense, you know, when I visit somewhere that there's something there. You know, I mean, as we see in Canvey, I got that. You know, apart from my K2, you know, my little REM pod was going off. And when you see what how my dowsing rods were, that was a really strong response, despite the area not having any real reports of any activity apart from what I went looking for, which is the Viking ghost, and there was nothing reported recently about that, but I still got something. Here, I don't know, it's odd. So I just heard something again. Okay, let's turn it up. Right. We are making some funny noises tonight. So, are there any spirits or entities that are here? Come and say hello. You can come and tell me you're here. Come and say hello. Hello? You're here. Okay. You're here. Who's here? What's your name? Right, I've got here again. Can you give me your name? Ish. Okay. Right, okay. How long have you been here? Years. Okay. Right. Are you the monk that everyone tells us about? So is this the monk that haunts this place? Yes. Okay. Right. Okay. So if you are the monk, what happened to you? How was you buried? Was you buried face up or face down? Okay. What happened to your head? Those of you who watched my previous video, I'll sort of explain briefly what was found here when they developed the place. Well, as I say, developed, they've done some restoration work, which I might go over after I leave. Right, okay. So, if you are the spirit of the monk and you are here, can you again say hello? I just need to confirm. What was that? So I'm just hearing a couple of little noises, but again, it could be wildlife, given where I am. So, are you able to give us another sign that you're here? Can you come and light my meter up? Come and stand by this this statue. Can you do that? No. Alright, okay. Oh. Why did you die? Why did you die? Okay. Again, I'm going to go to the edit because there's quite a few voices coming through here. Right. Have you also haunted the Priory Museum? Have you haunted the building as well? Have you haunted the building, or is that someone else? Someone else. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Whoever just said here, you're the ones that haunted the building. Okay. Here. Another one's here. What's your name? Woman. Whoever just said woman, were you entering through the monk? Right. So how long have you been at these grounds? Okay. Where did you come from? Are you the only spirits here, or are there others? This is kind of where it's handy I've got other paper with me, because we could pick these things. Are there any good or bad spirits here? Good? You?
Yes.
Yes. Was that a yes or years? Are you a good spirit? Okay. Dear. Right. Any messages at all? Do you have any messages for us? 4. That's 4 of you? 4 messages. Right. So what do you want to tell us? Was it? Wasn't what? Did someone say leave? Do you want me to leave? Okay. Is there any more messages? No. No. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Well, okay. Right. Well, read. Read. Did someone say read? Should I read what's in the building? Should I read the history? So, read soon. Okay. All right, we'll give that a go then. Right. Well, I'm going to. All right. Well, I'm going to leave you to it. So thank you for your communication. I will probably come back again with another team where you can do a bit more recording. So thank you for everyone that's talking to me tonight. I'll leave you in peace. I mean, you know, harm or disrespect. You cannot attach yourself to my equipment or possessions or me, or follow me home. Thank you again. Alright, so there we go. I'm going to keep it reasonably brief because yeah, we are where we are. But I'm probably going to give this place one more hit at some point and try and come over with a few people, because these are large grounds. This is a large building. Could be anywhere, could be anything, you know. So right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. We've got plenty more episodes coming up. Okay. Right, so yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, give me a like, subscribe to my channel,